Welcome to this month's Market Update. I'm joined today by Phil Naylor, Senior Consultant with Frontier Advisors, Capital Markets and Asset Allocation Team. Hi, Phil.
G'day, Wayne.
Look, it's been an interesting month in markets. Can you bring us up to speed on what's been happening?
Yeah, it certainly has. We've seen equity markets continue to edge lower, and that follows some pretty big declines that we saw in October. Investors continue to be concerned across a number of issues, including Brexit and the trade wars. On the trade wars, we've seen that the US and China have agreed to a temporary truce on tariffs for 90 days, but investors are still pretty concerned about how that will play out in the long term.
One major factor we've been watching is oil prices. Now, what's been happening there?
Yeah, so some pretty big moves. Oil's trading around $50 a barrel, and that's around 30% lower than it was just a few months ago. We've seen increased supply from a number of countries, including the US, and that seems to have driven the move. But the good news is when we look across other commodity markets, including copper, the moves have been much more muted, and that gives us confidence that what we're seeing in oil is really a supply-side reaction rather than a deterioration in economic activity.
So coming back to our domestic market, what's the situation been like here in Australia?
Look, things are still pretty good. We've seen that the economy is expanding at around 2.8%. Unemployment's at a cyclical low of 5%, and inflation's very much at the bottom of the RBA's target of 2 to 3%. The one area of concern is house prices. We've seen nationally house prices are down around 5%, and in Sydney, where we've seen the biggest declines, they're down around 8% on the year. And so that is an area of concern. And when we look at some of the forward-looking indicators, such as auction clearance rates, do indicate that we could see further price decline. So it is an area that we're watching pretty closely.
Thanks, Phil. That brings us almost to the end of 2018. We know that 2019 will be another interesting year. We look forward to talking to you then.